The Parsha this week starts off, Vayeishev Yaakov, that Yaakov dwelled. And Rashi quotes the Medrash, that what does this mean? Vayeishev Yaakov, Yaakov dwelled, that Bikesh Yaakov Leshe B'Shalva. Yaakov wanted to rest quietly in peace. Until this point, he had had a lot of challenges in his life. He had to deal with running away from Esav. He had to deal with Lavan for 20 years. He had to deal with meeting Esav again. He had to deal with the whole story with Dinah and Shechem. And finally, he just wanted some peace and quiet. The Medrash says that Hashem says, Yaakov, you want peace and quiet? That's for Olam Haba. That's for the righteous in the world to come. But in this world, you're not going to have peace and quiet. And therefore, says the Medrash, the very next story is the story of Yosef. Because Yaakov wanted peace and quiet, Hashem said, I'm going to bring another tzara upon you. I'm going to bring another tragedy, another difficult time for you. You're going to have to now deal with losing Yosef. And the obvious question is what is so bad about what Yaakov wanted? I'm sure when the Medrash says that Yaakov wanted shalva, Yaakov wanted peace, it didn't mean he wanted to sit on a beach somewhere and drink a pina colada. If Yaakov wanted peace, it probably means he wanted peace just so he can sit with his Gemara, just so he can sit and study Torah, just so he can sit and serve Hashem without dealing with all these things. Why is that so bad? Why is it so bad that Yaakov just wanted some peace and quiet so that he can serve Hashem? And I believe the answer is as follows, that in our lives, we're on a spiritual journey. And we have to realize that that's the whole point of this life. This whole point of this life is to constantly be increasing, to constantly be moving in our spiritual journey. And there's many things in our lives which help us along that spiritual journey. Right now, if you're a good Jew, but are you going to be a good Jew even when things are not going so well? You believe in Hashem? Are you going to believe that even the tragedies in our life come from Hashem? Those trials and tribulations that we experience are ways for us to continue on our spiritual journey. And Yaakov wanted to continue to serve Hashem, but on some level, he was tired of the spiritual journey that he was on. And Hashem said to him, but that's not the point of this life. That's not the point of this world. The whole point of this world is to constantly be growing in our spirituality, to constantly be improving, to constantly be getting better and better. And therefore, if you want peace, peace is for the next world. Work hard in this world. Build yourself up as much as you could in this world. Accomplish as much as you could in this world. And the next world, that's where you're going to get your reward. So Hashem said to Yaakov, if you want to continue, if you want to stop your spiritual journey, I'm not going to let that happen. You have to continue on your spiritual journey. And I'm going to bring you another tzara, another trial and tribulation, so that you could continue on your spiritual journey. What an important thing to keep in mind. As we go in life, we're constantly confronted by trials and tribulations. And we tend to have this attitude of, okay, that's not life. That's a blip. That's something wrong. That's something that's going wrong with our lives. Our lives should be going more smoother, and this is something wrong. This is something that should not happen. But we always have to remember that that is not true. Everything comes from Hashem. And even the trials and tribulations come from Hashem. And for a very specific reason. They're chances for us to have spiritual growth. One of the reasons why these trials and tribulations come. They're chances for us to have spiritual growth. And we constantly have to be on that spiritual journey. If we ever say we're stopping our spiritual journey, then we're going to be just like Yaakov. And who knows how Hashem is going to respond. So we have to constantly keep that in mind. We're here to be on a spiritual journey. We're here to grow and learn as much as we can. Have a great, great Shabbos.